Hello, everyone, and welcome to the last bit of the Move Week. My name is Mauricio Jara, and I am from Costa Rica. Originally from Costa Rica, though at the moment I am in Portugal. This is the place I live and I train now. It's a circus school, and I'm always part of the circus community. And that's why today we're going to do for this session a little bit of handstands. So handstands are my main discipline, and I've been practicing them for I think now it's been more than 10 years. But the last 10 years it's been more professionally focused on handstands as an art and also as part of circus. So anyway, I am very excited for this. I am very happy to be part of this Move Week and feel honored to be also given a little demo that we're going to do today at the end of the class. And again, it's a handstand workshop, but really it's going to be more like a class for everyone so that you can adapt a little bit depending on your level and depending on where you are. Okay. So we will start in just a bit. I think the only things that are important now to say is safety first. So for this session, we're not going to use much material. We just need a wall and our bodies. So that's a good thing. Handstands you can always do at home, but it's always good to practice them safely. I also want to explain how we're going to do this session, and basically it's going to be divided. The first part is going to be only a little warm up for what we're going to use most, and that's a lot of wrists, shoulders. Basically, that's it. Okay, it involves all of our bodies, but that's what we're going to focus on the first 15 minutes to 20 minutes. And then we're going to prepare our bodies more in our core so that we can engage a little bit. And after that, we will go to the handstand itself. Um, if there is something that you don't feel comfortable doing, any of you, or that you feel that it's a little bit too much, then just listen to your body and find a way to adapt the exercise to what you can do. All right. So hello again, and we are about to start. I'm just going to put some music in the background, and then we can all start with the session. Okay. All right. Let's go. Okay. So first, what we're gonna do is standing up, warm up from our head, looking up and down, just to get a little bit movement in the head. Also, the sides, so right and left. We'll take head and go a little bit on the side also. Pull it to the shoulder. Then also looking down. And also looking up. Now, let's start with movements with the shoulders. So we're gonna start moving on back, shoulders. And we are also going to use a little bit more of our spine, all right? So a little bit of the back so that we can have more mobility, right? So let's do it. It's shoulders and also move your spine, chest open, chest closed. Move the hips too. And we're going to do the same thing forward, okay? So let your body move forward all the way and try to work through all the range of motion of your body. Okay, now, hands, we're gonna try to sink like we're pulling a wall and slowly start with the ribs. Okay, so it's just this movement, okay? Try to keep your elbows extended all the time. Now we're going to start doing this circular motion. We can start by doing this in tiny movements, but a little faster every time. And the same, doing it forward, okay? So we start now forward, go faster and bigger yards. And we can take this all the way into the front, right? We can also go for the back. And if we want to add a little extra coordination, let's try one arm front and one arm back. And change. The one that was in front is now going back. All right. Okay, now the fist and the wrist are going to work like this. This is actually very simple. Hello, Corey. We're going to do with our wrist like we want to pull our hands to the chest, like this. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the last time we're going to stay and put a little pressure, okay? So stay in this position, wrist, and then we repeat. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and stay. Hold it a little longer and try to pull more into your chest. Okay? And again, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Hold, hold, hold. And we're going to do the same with the hands up. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. And now we're going to do the opposite. Instead of the wrist like this, we're going to open the fingers like 1, 2, 3, 4, and push. Try to really push, extend the fingers, and push more with your shoulders in front. And again, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and push. Try to go even more every time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one, try to go to your limit. And without resting the arms, we're going to go up and down. So only the shoulders, not really the arms, it's really shoulders. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Imagine you want to cover your ears. Up and down. Okay, just keep doing this. It's gonna get higher, but try to avoid putting your arms down. All right. Now, very similar. We're going to now do this that is going to be push front and then back. Push front and back, and keep going. Try to go every time more. Extend a lot in the front and contract a lot in the back. And more and back. And more back. Go every time a little more. All right. And we're going to do the same thing here. So arms are going to be on the side. And still, don't rest your arms yet. We're going to go front and back. So it's rotations. We're going to rotate back and front. And just continue this movement. Again, keep the elbows extended. Make it from the shoulders and also from elbows. Even the wrist. You can do all the rotation. All the way to the front, all the way to the back, all the way to the front, all the way to the back. And now, from here, we're going to do one front and one back. So go all the way, whoop, all the way front, all the way back, all the way front, all the way back. Do you guys already feel the body? A little bit, shoulders, because I feel it. A little bit more, and back. Okay. All right, and we can rest a little bit our arms, but we'll do one more that is going to be going up and down. So we're going to push like this, up and then down. So push in front of the head. Sometimes I am with the head like this, arms, because I'm looking at the video, but it's always in front. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Just continue trying to push more and more and more, and relax your arms. Okay. Continuing with the wrist, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our palms together. We're going to put some pressure, but we will try to always keep the fingers extended so they don't touch. And we're going to put more pressure, and we're going to lower the hands all the way to the belly button and try that your fingers don't touch. Okay? So put pressure, bring your palms until you go for the belly, but don't let the fingers touch, and keep adding the pressure. It's a good warm up for the wrist. And just keep there where it's a little intense. Try to keep longer, and then relax. All right, so we're gonna do this 2 more times. Again, palms together, fingers are not going to touch, and we're going to press and go all the way down until we stay here close to the belly. And just try to hold the position. Hold the position, and try to feel the flexibility of the joints also, so you can relax. And we do it the last time. Again, palms together. Yep. Fingers extended. And don't let the fingers touch, and hold here where it should be hard to hold, and that's where you need to keep it. Okay? Keep adding pressure only with the palms. And 5, and 4, and 3, 2, 1, and relax your wrists. All right. I'm going to put the music a little bit more down. Hello from Turkey. Nice. Okay, I'm going to put the music a little down. And we're going to move to the floor to do a little warm-up that is going to involve some mobility, hips, but also a little work for our upper body. All right? So let's start like this. We're going to lay down, and we're going to work on the elevating our shoulders. We're going to do 5 times with the right, and then we hold. 5 times with the left, and then we hold. Then together. You will see, so if you have any doubt, you can see it. It's going to be easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Okay? So that's basically it. We're going to do 5 elevations, then we try to hold the position. All right? Let's do it. We're going to do chest in, legs on the ground, and we start with the right arm in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and hold. And down. We do the other arm. Ready? And up and down, 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 and hold. And down. And now it's the same, but we're going to do it with the arms together. Okay? So arms together. Let's go. And up and down, 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 and hold. And down. Okay, perfect. Same, we're going to continue with a little wrist and a little strength for our upper body. So we start with the hands in the ground, and we're going to only lift our palms like this to the fingers, only the palms. Lift palms, leave the fingers. All right. Just keep going, lifting the palm. All right, and now we're going to give a little mobility to the wrist. The idea is just to take your wrist to all the angles, but do not overstretch. Just try to go for all the angles of the wrist on the floor, being a little careful with this kind of movement when the palm is facing up. Let's just try it like this. All sides. We put weight, experiment a little bit on bringing the weight from one side to the other. And then you can also do that with the palm facing up. We can also try to close the fingers in this position. Open and close the fingers. The palm is facing up. Alright, continue with some mobility. So we're now in this with four arms and with the legs. I mean with the knees, and we're going to give a little mobility to the spine this way. We're going to do a little circle. We can do also with the head, just trying to release all the tension that we might have in the body. Try to do big movements, involve not only the back but also the shoulders and the head. And we do the same in the other direction, right? So now we do that other direction, circles, follow the head. Okay, important part, we're going to stretch the shoulders. So fingertips, and try to bring your armpits on the floor and really try to extend, right? So this is the way it goes. Fingertips and extend your body, armpits into the ground. We can also stretch a little bit back, like this. We can try from here to look to the opposite feet. So I am looking to my left foot from my right shoulder. And then we do the same on the other side. Now, we put the toes and we go back. Stretch the spine. Stretch the knees. Okay. Perfect. Let's start with a little bit core, all right? So we're going to start with planche and also from the forearms. So this kind of planche. So we're going to do first with the arms like this. Hold in this position. Now we're going to touch the shoulders and stay a little bit here. Touching the shoulders. Shoulders. Okay, now we're just going to hold the planche like this. Belly in, try to have a strong core. And we're going to work not like a push-up, it's just going to be shoulders. So shoulders up and down, right? Similar to the first exercise, it's just going to be shoulder, push in, and then contract again. All right? We're going to do 10 of this. Stop. 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 5 more, and 2, and 1, and we rest a bit. Now, we're going to work from there to our forearms, like this. Going down from the right, coming down from the right, and then the other side, okay? Let's do it. We start right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, and one more, right, left. We hold and we do the other side. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and one more, and hold. And we stretch a little bit more shoulders. Okay, perfect. Let's join our abs and let's work a little bit like this, all right? Oh, I'm sorry if you can see the hands. I'm going to be a little closer now. For the moment, we're just going to be work a little bit more on the abs and just general conditioning. So don't worry a lot. Just try to see, and we do the same. I'm going to start, and you can follow. So the idea is we're going to start with armpits like this on the floor, 4 arms on the floor, and we're going to lift the feet like this. So 4 arms on the floor, and we lift the feet. All right. Now I'm going to do again this, and we try to always hold. Let's not bring the feet down. Let's try to keep it up. All right. So we start like this, and up the feet, and hold. Only hold. Only hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and now we put knees to the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You never touch the ground. Come on, 2 more. 9 and 10. And we hold again. And now we do little kicks with the feet. 1, 2, 3. Just kicking. Keep the knees extended. And continue. Come on, continue. And now we're going to try to do this with the legs together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try not to stop, but go to your own rhythm. Right? Own rhythm. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. But we are not done, and we try to hold here. Just keep the same position. Breathe in. And now cross the legs like this. Cross the legs. Right over left. Come on. Try to keep it going like this. Just like this. And the last hold. Hold. Breathe. And hold. And relax. Right. You feel it burning a little bit? Okay. Very similar position. We're just going to go like this. Like imagine it's a little boat, but the idea is that we want to keep close to the ground. It's not like a big boat. It's going to be like a tiny bit of movement like this. You can keep the arms here and try to always really put the chest in and keep your active core. Okay. So let's do it. We're going to do like 20 of those. Those are very, very good, right? Let's do it. Arms, and we go. Boom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and again. Okay. To rest, we can stretch a little bit in front, like this. Try to really extend forward, not act like this. Do not do this. Try to always go a little bit more, but with the back straight. All right. We're almost done with the arm warm-up. Let's do a little bit of work now to the sides. So we're going to put again 4 arm, and we're going to work first on the right, then on the left. So let's do it like this. Oh, I said right first, sorry. Let's do it. So it's going to be the hip going down like this, right? We're going to do that. Then we hold the position. Then we do the other side. Okay? Ready to start? Get into your position, and we do it. Right? Let's go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 5 more. And now just hold the position, lift one leg up, arm can also stay up, and hold. Hold. Breathe, and back. And the other side. We get ready, all right, again. And we start up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 5 more. 1. Now we just hold the position, put the leg up, we can put the arm up and stay. And down. Okay, super, right? Now, let's do, we're almost done, and let's keep a little bit with the shoulders. So it's important to keep stretching, always for the handstands. Mobility is very important. We're going to work a little bit more in our shoulders today because that's what we're mainly going to use. So we can do different ways of this, but let's do this first with the wall, and we can do 2 variations of stretching, okay? So in the first variation, I want to open the chest, and the second variation, I don't want to do that, okay? So I'm going to do 1 time, then everyone can see, and then we're just going to hold this for 20 seconds, right? So, goes like this. Okay, and again, the idea is that in 1, you can really open the chest. The second time we do it, we're going to try to do the same, but closing the chest. So it's a little different, right? Let's do both. Let's start with 1, okay? Go to the wall and hold. Okay. And now, to explain the other variation, I think I can have another wall so you guys can see from also at the side. All right, it's better to see from the side. All right. So what we're gonna do is keep the same way and try to have a little bit of degree. You tilt against the wall. All right. So we're gonna stay and pull and just stay in that position and try to keep it the stretch more in the shoulders, not in the back like the first one. All right, let's do it. Okay. Okay. All right, everyone ready? We're gonna start doing a little handstands, and now that we are with a good warm up, we're gonna start with something very simple. And don't worry if it doesn't work always in this way. We can adapt a little bit, but the idea is to work first on how to throw the hip over our shoulders, so we can find this line. Okay. There might be people with different levels, so try to find what is best for you. We're gonna start like this. I prefer to use wood because wood is always better to balance for me, or a flat surface. But for the warm-up, sometimes it's a little up to you. I always prefer to balance when I start my handstands on something that is not so soft, because otherwise it's a little weird for the wrist. So I have a wood, but just the floor can work. All right. We're gonna do from the starting point here, and we're gonna focus on bringing the center of mass over our shoulders. Right. So first thing, from here, we can start helping ourselves with the jump, a little bit more jump, but focus more than just jumping up. Focus on this movement so that you can bring the center of mass over the shoulder. Do not try to stay in the handstand yet. Just try to find a way that you can go to the line and then come back. If this is a little bit complicated, it would be good to have a mat that you can roll if in case you can fall forward. You can also use the wall, but the way it goes like this. I'm gonna put hands, and I'm gonna just jump into the handstand and come back. All right. We're gonna try to do this 10 times. Do not try to extend. If you can and it's suitable, then you can do this since the start. You do the same position, then you extend like this, and you come back. All right. So let's do it. We're gonna do 10 times. 1, 2, 3, and we continue with this movement just to try to understand how to get the hip up. Now, this is not something we can learn in one class, but the idea is that we can add another variation. If this is a little too challenging, you can do the same with the headstand version. So let's put hands and head on the floor. Goes like this. Come back and the same. All right. So let's keep doing, only going up and down. Again, for the moment, let's not hold handstand. Important center of mass over the shoulder, right? Let's do 5 more. Again, up, down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and one more, up and down. Okay, now something that is important is not just to work on the way up, but also work on the way down. When you're getting down at the handstand, do not let your body just drop from the handstand, and try to control with your shoulders also when you're trying to return to the floor. This way you can also protect your feet from going and smashing the floor, and it's also more efficient if you want to learn to stay up, right? For the next, we're going to do the same standing, which actually it's a little easier because we're going to get a little inertia from the standing position. Okay, so we start like this, and I never stop the movement. I'm just going to continue. If I can, I also extend. I never stop the movement, and I go up again, right? So again, do not try to smash the floor. Try to always be gentle when you touch the floor and when you come back from your handstand. The head position is also important. I don't want to get my head in completely, but I don't want to put it too much forward, all right? Because this can be a lot more of tension in the neck that we don't really need, right? So find the best way, but normally you want to be looking at the ground a little bit in front so that this can work properly, but not too much, right? I'm gonna show one way you can put the head that I think is a little more suitable. Instead of looking back, we're going to look slightly in front, like this. This would be too much front, and this would be too much back. Okay, more or less, right? Find a way that it can work depending on how we're working for the handstand, whether if you're beginning or if you are also a little bit more advanced. We do 5 more of this, and then we go to another exercise. Starting up, and 1, down, and 2, and down, and 3, and down, and 4, and down, and one more, and down. Okay, perfect. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to try to work a little bit more on the holds, and for this, we can use also the wall. The best way for me to use the wall, if you want to hold a handstand, is not to throw your back against the wall, but actually to walk and put more like belly or chest against the wall. And then also, what I recommend is that you use the wall for safety, but do not try to put a lot of weight, because that way you're not going to be able to control your balance. And the balance is something very personal that we cannot learn in one class, but that we need to take the practice and just try to feel the connection so that we can understand how to balance the center of mass. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 holds, and we're going to try to hold as long as we can with a good technique, which means that our elbows are going to be extended and our shoulders are going to push into this line where it's more stable. Okay, this might be different if you have more or less mobility on the shoulders, so we will try to adapt what is best for us. All right, so let's do it. With the wall, it's gonna go like this. I'm gonna show the first one, walking until I hit almost the wall, but again, try not to put a lot of weight. Try to have the weight always on top of your hands. All right, let's go. Go from here, and we start walking back. One leg, other, and walk. And to go down, we do same, right? Going down means that it would be better to save a little of energy so that we can walk in front to get out of the wall. Now, we're going to do this 3 times. We're going to hold maybe like 30 seconds, 1 minute, it doesn't really matter, but we're going to try to do our longest hold 3 times, and in between we're going to stretch a bit to rest our muscles. Normally it's going to be more the shoulders that are getting tired, but this can also depend on the position we have. So with the wall, we're going to start, and I'm going to do mine without a wall so that you guys can also see the line that I want everyone to try to do. But really, it's going to be a matter of how you are working and the background that you have. So let's go again. Again, most of the people that want to use the wall, you can do it. I'm going to work without the wall for the moment. All right? 2 more holds. We're going to try to stay now and really feel the balance happening in the hands. All right? Let's do it. So we get ready and we go up. Hold, position. Hold, position. Okay, we're gonna try to stay 20 more seconds, all right? Hold the position, breathing, breathe out. And out. Okay, right. So now, same thing, we're going to stretch a bit before we continue. And for every hold, you have 2 options. Basically now, for the last 2, we can use the wall, or we can go and use the head and do a headstand instead. If the handstand without support is a little difficult, then it's not a problem. We can also do that. Okay, so let's do it. To stretch, let's focus a little bit on the hips and shoulders. So we're going to be resting like this. We can use the time of rest. All right. Stretch. We can also bend this leg and try to stretch the other one back, and slowly go to the floor. All right, we're going to do the other leg. So same, we can try to get the hip and go forward with the hip. We can go also with the back a bit. Arms up. Feel the stretch really happening also from the hip, and project all the mass. Try to really feel the stretch into where you really want. So it's going to be more this direction, and also the arms and everything goes back. And when we bend, we're going to now think of the same line so that the hip doesn't open. Keep it close. and we just relax a bit in front. Okay, so let's go for the second hold. Second hold again, I'm going to use the wall for everyone to see. And this time, for the second hold, I'm going to show another way of entering. If you're a little too scared of doing the walking to the wall, we can also try to be very close and kick up to the wall, like this. One more thing, remember that when we do this, what is going to happen is that we want to be a little closer and not very far, because then it's going to be a little bit tricky to balance, okay? So let's do close to the wall, maybe like an inch close, and go up. And okay. Now, the reason why I prefer the first version, the belly against the wall, and not this one, is that in this one, we tend to put too much weight and throw our legs like on the wall. And this way, what is going to happen is that it creates a little arch in our backs. That's why I prefer to do the other version. Okay, so let's stretch a little bit before we do the last hold. And let's go now with the legs spread together. So we're going to work with the legs spread apart. Find a comfortable position, relax, going like this, like we're just going front and back. Give a little massage of legs, right and left. Now let's do it together. We're gonna take some deep breaths, get air, and throw to the side. Right? So let's get air, throw to the side, and feel the stretch. We go up, and we do the same on the other side. Take some air and release. Feel the stretch really going into the side. We go up. Now we're going to do the same, go in front. So take some air and go in front. All right, perfect. Let's do the last hold. So in this hold, we're gonna try to do the longest we can. I'm not gonna hold a lot, but we want everyone to try the best possible. All right. So again, I'm gonna go to the first. I already show you how to do it with the wall and why I prefer that way. So I'm gonna do it that way again. So it's belly against the wall. We just walk and try to stay with the center of mass over our heads. Right. Let's go. Hold and down. Okay, we're almost done. I will give you a little time to finish your hold or come down. And before we are finishing this last part, we're going to work a little bit on movement, but I think it's good that we can also do this first without the handstand, so we can understand a little bit and that we can include everyone also in this exercise. So what we're going to do is we're going to work with the legs and trying to close the legs into the extended position in a handstand and then bring them back into the straddle position. All right. So the way it goes in the floor, we can all do. So let's try it. Do it on the floor first. what is important is to keep chest in, belly in, and active legs, really active the hip and legs. All right. So we're gonna do 5 times from here. Legs and touch, legs and touch, legs and touch, right? So simple enough. What we want to do is always keep the hip active. In a handstand, when we don't have this active core, what happens is that the hip can really be tilted, and we don't want this to happen. We want to really keep it solid here, so that it's not gonna move away from our control, right? So we're gonna do one more time, and then we do the version with the wall. All right, 5 times. Legs together. We open and close, but they never touch the floor. We open and close, open and close, open and close. One more, open and close. Okay, now let's try to adapt this into the handstand. Now this will depend on how flexible you are and how much you can go to the straddle, but it generally works like this. Again, center of mass is going to be directly on top of our wrists and on top of our shoulders, and we're going to work with the alignment of our bodies and try the best to keep always active all the time. Let's do it. We go to the wall, and we're going to do the same. Open and close. Open and close. Open and close. Open, close. Open and close. All right. One more version. You can also do this with the head in the ground if you want to avoid for going for the handstand, or if you're not ready to go all the way into your hands. Last thing we do then would be same on the head. And down. All right. Okay. So we're almost done, but what we can do is I'm gonna give a little bit of space to do a little demo from handstand. But I will give a last exercise that I think we can use. So it's similar to the one we were doing with the legs, but instead of that, we focus on the tuck position. So it's bringing the knees to the chest and then bringing them back into your line, right? So the way it goes with the wall would be very similar to that other exercise. Going to the wall, and we're going to do the tuck from here. Tuck and up, 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 and let yourself down. Okay, now that we're almost over with this, let's not forget to do a little stretching for the shoulders. So this is just to relax a bit after a handstand session. So what we're gonna do is, again, laying on the ground. Let's work with one arm, right arm. We can start with right arm under our body, and we're going to roll like this. Relax and try to feel the stretch. And we're going to do the same with the other arm. We're going to put it under our body and we roll over. Okay. Now, also, right, to relax our hips, one leg is gonna go like this. It's gonna go to this other side. We're gonna pull the hip and feel the stretch. This shoulder is gonna stay in the ground. Relax. Inhale, exhale. And we do the other side. Same. We're gonna pull the leg and try to reach for the floor and keep this other shoulder down. Inhale, exhale. And to finish, we're gonna try to put legs up and just let them loose and relax. Stretch it out. And slowly and gently go back to the starting position. All right. Okay. So before I finish, I'm gonna do a little demo that I have prepared to end also this move week, and I hope that everyone could enjoy the session from home or from wherever you're watching. And it was a very pleasure for me to share a little bit of handstands with all of you. So I'm gonna move this a bit because I prepare a little stage into the final performance, and it's gonna be a quick demo. So I think from here should be fine. All right. I'm gonna click some music, and we're gonna do little performance. So basically, this is just a little handstands on the canes. This is something that we normally use more in circus, and we're going to show how a little bit of the handstand can translate into circus in the way of it's also an art and also not just a discipline. It takes a little bit of a lot of discipline when you want to do it as performing arts, but it's always mesmerizing and nice to watch. So let's do it. Thank you a lot, also Corey, and thank you everyone who joined. And we're gonna leave now with this special performance. All right, let's do it. Okay, go. Thank you a lot for joining and for taking part of this workshop. Okay, so I just want everyone to stay a little bit in line because we're now going to be part of the final ceremony. Okay, so if you can stay in line, thank you a lot for everyone.
Membership and campaigns with International Sports and Culture Association. And I'm super happy to follow the Move Week this year. We had over thousands of events throughout Europe, together Move Week and European Mile. And I'm following on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter all of the great events that you organized for the people to remind them the benefits of physical activity. I also thank all of the trainers joining the Move Week gym. It was fantastic to be with you, to train with you, and to learn something new. I need to practice my handstand now, but I hope that next year I can show a fully and properly handstand position. I would very much like to thank the ladies behind the screen, Corinne, Lynn, Paulina, and the whole ISCA team supporting the Move Week gym year. Guys, wherever you are, let's clap for the great organization of the Move Week Gym 2021. I wish you a great Sunday afternoon, evening, or wherever you are in your time zone, morning or lunch. And I hope that this was just the beginning of your summer of movement. Don't stop. Please continue moving, inspire others to move, and we will be together for all other activities. A note for the European Mile: the big celebration of European Mile was yesterday, but the European Mile project continues. So please visit the website European Mile. Find out how you can join either by organizing an event or running, walking, and donating your miles, and be uh, active with us. Continue to move. Wishing you great Sunday again and great summer, and we'll see each other again. Bye. Thank you for all that joined the Move Week activities all over Europe and all over the world. Thank you, guys.